I'm not gonna lie, in the ends in school, I'm not even blowing my own trumpet, but I was the best. That's why I got scouted for Palace. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But he was fully on the road, but still in school. So kind of when he came to the school, he's like, football, blood, like, this is what I'm doing, like, do you know what I'm trying to say? You know what I mean? So on numerous occasions, man's getting followed home, man's got man outside waiting for man in man's block. And then what the last straw was, when man ran up in man's yard, even beef, I got brothers watching, man, I got to watch out for police, I got my mum as well, so it was crazy.
All at the same time?
Yeah, all at the same time, it was crazy. No, he's like, bro, this is ongoing beef, like, do you know, and I'm like, no. So he's like, oh, you're a snake, you're with them, man. I'm like, raw.
Oh, okay, like so you're taking sides.
I'm taking sides. And all I'm trying to say is, no, bro, man's just spoke to an older and man's just squashed the beef.
Put to bed.
Yeah, it's put to bed. Yeah. No, them man don't work like that, this and that.
And we're live. Raz.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back.
Yes, sir.
2 years ago since your last visit.
Yes, sir.
New studio, new location.
Yeah, it's looking proper still.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It was a joint feature we done last time.
Yeah, of course.
But now it's a one-on-one for me to get to know you a bit better.
100%.
Yeah? Okay, I'll start from the beginning, like with everyone. Where were you born? Where your parents from? And where did you grow up?
South London, Lewisham. Well, not even Lewisham, because everyone says Lewisham. It's a small part under the Lewisham borough, Forest Hill. And I grew up with my mum and my sister still. So it was a small little household, like, close.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your ethnic background? You know what I mean?
My parents, my grandparents, they're from Jamaica still.
Okay.
So it's a yard thing right now.
Okay. So tell me a bit about growing up.
What do you mean more, though? Because I'll talk forever.
Okay, you told me where you're from.
Yeah.
I know ethnic background. So as a kid, what was it like for you growing up in Lewisham?
I'll be honest, growing up it was all right, because where I kind of lived was on a main road. Yeah, so everyone kind of knew, that's Raz's block, whatever. So it was kind of, there was, how can I put it? It was like a family within a family. So when I step out my house, I go link my family. When I go home, it's a family thing.
Like a community.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's how it started. But that's how it always starts. Do you know what I mean? Where everyone's close, you feel like.
So what age? What age are we talking here? Like primary school?
Yeah, I'll probably say primary school until about year 9, secondary school.
Okay. So what was school like? What's primary school like? Obviously, when it was a community environment, heavily community focused. So like you go to your neighbor's house, like that kind of upbringing.
Yeah, we kind of knew each other, but it wasn't a thing where we was like knocking for milk and that. It was more just hello, good afternoon, and just kept it moving. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. So what's school like?
I'm trying to think primary school, because kind of, because me and my sister both went to the same school. I was trying to follow in her footsteps in a way, because she was good, but a lot of the stuff she was doing I just weren't interested in. So I was kind of just being good and doing certain stuff to please my mum. So that's why I said it was all going good until kind of I turned into year 9. And that's when I thought, you know what, my mum don't even really need to know what I'm doing. Once I leave the house, I'm on some next shit kind of thing. You know what I mean?
So how did that come about? So we're at year 9 now. Yeah. So you're a good kid up to year 9.
Yeah, I'll probably say about year 9.
So how did that come about?
If I remember rightly, no, actually, tell a lie, it was year 8. We've all gone football trials, because obviously I used to play football. We've gone football trials, and cut the long story short, I didn't make it into the team, So I wouldn't use that as an excuse, but that kind of knocked my confidence, So from that, I didn't have a hobby, because on Saturdays and Sundays we used to go park. I used to go Elms Lane and play football. So as I said, from year 8 and year 9. Kind of when I got kicked out the team, I didn't really have a hobby. So that's when I found more comfort in the roads and just, it was kind of, that's That's what kind of stemmed it from
team,
there.
What team was it? Football team was it?
I was at Crystal Palace. Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. Yeah, every Thursday. That's what I'm saying. God bless and rest in peace, my granddad's soul. He made sure every Thursday he used to come and pick me up and take me to Dulwich Hamlet. That's where Crystal Palace used to play, and that's what I'm saying. Because Crystal Palace is a good team.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. I'm going training with people that are 10 times better than me. Yeah. But I was like, I still can bad this up, whatever. So I made it through a season. And then on the pre-season training, that's when I weren't good enough. That's basically they dropped, man. Yeah. And then it kind of went left from there.
What position did you play?
I was sort of like left wing and then up front.
Okay.
Left foot.
Any famous names on the team when you were there?
Not anyone that signed off. Not anyone now that really I could say. So I don't really know if anyone made it from that team. In my age group kind of thing. So
after you dropped, how did that make you feel?
It was mad. I tell you how it kind of made man feel, yeah. I was like, I can't be the best because I'm not going to lie. In the ends, in school, I'm not even blowing my own trumpet, but I was the best. That's why I got scouted for Palace. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So when I never made it for the next season, that's what kind of crushed, man. Because I'll be honest, I was rolling like I was the best. I actually thought I was the best. So I said, Palace don't even see man as the best. This is long. Football's long.
Where did you end up then?
What do you mean?
So after you're not signed,
yeah,
you said obviously something's changed. Obviously,
yeah.
So where did that take you? Might be the right question. So you're not going training anymore. What are you doing on a Thursday? What are you doing? You know what I mean?
But that's how mad it was. Cause see, when I got dropped, where obviously my family. Remember, I was still young, so they didn't know what kind of fuckery I was keeping up with. So to keep them off my back, I was with a Sunday team still. So I still was going training, still with my Sunday team. I weren't fully in the road at this stage. So it weren't like I just got dropped from Palace and quitted football. I got dropped from Palace,
still playing,
but just for some lower league teams at this moment.
Okay, you said. They didn't know what you were getting up to, yeah?
No.
So what were you So why are you still, at this point,
yeah,
what were you doing?
At this point, I'll be honest, yeah, I wasn't smoking, I weren't doing crime at this point, yeah, but I was around it. My brethren were on it, still doing crime, smoking, this and that, but where I was still kind of 1 foot in the football, but 1 foot in the road, I'm like, bro, I still can make it. They're like, Raz, it's long. Banazoo, or it's long, let's lick this or whatever. But I'm like, I can't really, you know what I mean, fully focus on the football because I got my boys in my ear. I can't fully focus on the road thing because I got my mum and that in my ear. So I was kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Still. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How long were you 1 foot in, 1 foot out for? You said year 8, year 9. Yeah, so how long did you keep up the pretense?
I tell man straight, that was year 8, year 9. It's like year 10, yeah. Someone I grew up with, they was always a money man. He got kicked out of his school and moved to my school. Yeah, that's just what went mad from there.
Same age?
Like, same age. Moved into in my school. Whatever year you was in, there was different house blocks, yeah? He moved into my same house block. His tutor room was just next door. And we grew together. But he was fully on the road, but still in school. So kind of when he came to the school, he's like, football, blood. Like, this is what I'm doing. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say?
What was he doing?
At this time, he was just selling weed.
Okay.
It was just selling weed. Pardon?
Profitable? Was he killing it?
Remember, man was young, so it felt like man was killing
but
it.
But he had money.
Yeah, okay. Remember, man's in year 10.
Yeah.
So it looked like you had money. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
No, but he must have had like fresh kicks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm
money
saying.
To buy what
fresh
he wants.
Kicks.
Yeah.
Man was coming to school like in his own clothes, like side bag in school, hat in school. So man was looking like they were making money. Do you know what I mean?
So what you do, get on board?
Yeah, basically, I got on board still. Yeah, okay. I got on board straight. I tell man straight, yeah, of course.
Was still at school?
Yeah, that's how peak it was. So year 10, this is what I said, year 10, man was 1 foot in, 1 foot out, shot in draws, freshening up, going home, acting like I'm a good boy at home, whatever. Same thing the next day. And then year 11, because a lot of the time you had study period, so you didn't need to be in school, you just sign in and whatever. That's when man was just on the road. I thought, what, man's just signing in, I'm on the road, like school's long. Yeah, so year 11. And the maddest thing is I made it all the way through. I didn't even get kicked out. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
What did you leave school with grades?
I'll be honest, not 5A to C's or whatever they call it, but I sat my exams and I remember I got a C because I was good at maths. So I got a C at maths. The rest was all whatever. And that C kept my mum off my back because she said, oh, my son at least sat his exams. That was good enough for her that I made it through all the way through.
So when you left school, was that it? Did you go to college or anything like that or not? Or just, so after GCSEs, I don't know, did you go sixth form or did you just... You know, after school, normally you got sixth form.
School, no, I didn't even go sixth form. Because if I remember rightly, see these times here, I was 1 foot in, 1 foot out, as I said. So see, by year 11, my mum knew what man was on, yeah?
Okay.
So straight away, she's demanding rent off, man. Okay. Like, you can't live here and do this, basically. Yeah. That's how peak it was. Yeah. So as soon as I left school, I got a job in card factory. There's some of them still about you. Yeah, man got a job straight away. Like, yeah.
But you're still on the road?
Yeah.
So basically it's like extracurricular activity. So you're going to work, same as school. You're doing that's the main thing.
Yes.
But on the side, you got a side hustle.
Yes.
Okay. How was that going then? How balancing the two?
Well, for the times, I was balancing it quite well. Do you know what I mean? Because all now, my mum still didn't know what was going on. I remember these times I'm getting paid now. So I'm paid from work. So I'm my wages I'm getting, I'm buying weed. So I'm kind of upping my levels. But these times my mum still didn't know because I'm going work. So I know when my mum sees this, it's like, but it is what it is. You get me?
How long you do that for then? So we're looking at you about 18 now, isn't
it? Yeah.
About 17, 18, right?
Yeah.
So how long you set a card factory for?
I was there probably for about 2 years. And then, and this how mad it is because this the same brethren that I said got kicked out of his school, moved to my school. We didn't chat for a while. We bucked up in the ends again. And he's like, well, go on, what you doing, this and that? And I'm like, bro, I'm just selling a bit of weed, this and that. By this time he's already upped his level.
Okay.
And he's selling A-class already.
Okay.
Yeah. And what was mad about it is my mum used to hate this brother. She's like, I don't want him in. I remember one time she caught him in my yard. She went mad, like literally basically kicked man out. But that's another story. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, raw, is that what man are doing? I was kind of uncomfortable with it because growing up, man will cross the road if they see a junkie or whatever. So to go from selling weed to selling A-class, I was like, no, that's not really me.
So can we backtrack?
100.
You said a minute ago, that's another story.
Yeah, that's
you can't say that.
Yeah.
You can't say
that. Man backtracked.
We want the whole story, innit? Yeah. If you're happy to go. So what I want to know is, okay, the brethren is a bad influence, yeah?
Yeah. But
not necessarily a bad influence from your mom's perspective.
Yeah.
This person's a bad influence.
Yeah.
Yeah? So what happened and who got kicked out? They got kicked out of the house or you got kicked out of the house?
No, I got kicked out of the house.
Tell me about that. So what happened? How did you? What's the circumstance? Your mom finding him in the yard then switching it.
I tell you what it is. For a while, obviously, my mom had a 9 to 5, so man knew I could basically do what I want until 5 o'clock. But obviously, that day she came home early, and we didn't have nowhere to do what we was doing. So I said, "Raw, you."
So this is after you've linked up. After.
Yeah.
So this isn't. This after you met each other. This is afterwards, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go on. Yeah.
And then he's like, "Raw, man, need somewhere to prepare this." So I said, "All right, cool. My mom ain't home. Can we do this at my yard?" So obviously we've done it at my yard. My mum's come home early, and saw him in the yard, and she said 1,000,000 times, I don't want this brother around the yard. I don't even want him around you. He's not your friend. You warn man 1,000,000 times. Yeah. Kicked us both out.
Did she see what you lot were doing?
She
kind
of
knew. She didn't see it, but she knew.
She kind of knew. Because
Yeah.
And the reason how she knew is because she see my friend on the road kind of meeting people and walking away. So she kind of knew what
he was on.
What she was on. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But she didn't come in the room and see what we were doing.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yard.
I'm thinking that she walk in and see you in the act.
Thank God she never. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
So go on. When you got kicked out, where'd you go?
Yeah, no, that's how peak it was. I'm staying at the same brethren's yard. Yes.
So when you got kicked out, you're staying at the brethren's yard?
Yeah.
What, did he live with his parents or on his own?
He was living with his parents and his 2 older brothers at the time.
Yeah.
But his dad used to work nights. So basically all during the day and then to about 7 p.m, the house was free. So we were cool doing what we were doing. And then obviously I couldn't just live like sofa surfing like that. So obviously I said sorry to my mum, this and that, and obviously went back home. You know what I mean?
Okay. But you still kept running with him?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But I was moving more discreet, like meet me 2 rows down. Like I had to be more discreet with it. Do you know what I mean? Because my mum was on to me.
Where did that progress to then? So obviously you're back at home.
Yeah.
But you're still running with...
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you not on? Will you talk me through that? You know what I mean?
No, we're this remember at this time where, how old was we? We was like probably 18, 19, yeah? And remember at these times, yeah, everyone was selling weed, yeah? And when you selling weed, you thought you was making money. So if you were selling A-class or whatever, you were making money. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Remember, man was 18, 19. So man was actually, do you know what I'm trying to say? So from then, there was no backtrack from then. It got that mad, yeah, where man staying at hotels, man staying here, man weren't even going home anymore like that. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
So what was it like on the roads? What kind of experience did you have on the roads? Was it, you know what I mean?
This is what I'm saying. How that life will bring a madness, because this is not one of the reasons why I flew out of town. Yeah, but I was like, fuck this, whatever. Yeah. Where man was from was small, so man was hearing man and making money, this and that. And I remember I said at the beginning, I said I lived on the front road, so everyone knew where I lived. Do you know what I mean? So on numerous occasions, man's getting followed home, man's got man outside waiting for man in man's block. And then what the last straw was when man ran up in man's yard. Yeah.
What we talking about? Do you have ops then, or is it competition? You know, like, you know what I mean?
This is mad. It's not even ops and it's not competition. It was just haters, because these man, they weren't selling, so it weren't like it was a competition. Yeah,
stick up kids, because they're not trying to make money. They're trying to eat whoever's making money.
Yeah, it was one. Yeah, it was one of those ones. So obviously they've ran up in man's mum. No, tell a lie. They've not even ran up in man's mum's yard. Man's let them in to try and squash it, this and that, rare. Gave them a little change, and then we squashed it like that. Do you know what I mean? But still on ends, it was mad dodgy, because man's getting calls. Oh, these man want money off you, this and that, rare. Trying to extort man on the block. So man really had to be cautious then, because it was mad. I got beef, not even beef. I got brothers watching, man. I got to watch out for police. I got my mum as well. So it was crazy.
All at the same time?
Yeah, all at the same time. It was crazy.
So, but that's what them man were on, though. That was their thing, yeah?
Yeah. Because at that time, I tell man straight, at that time, them man kind of had a name for themselves in that part where man was from. So it was one of those ones where I'm like, fuck all this. I'm like, I'm beefing 100 man, or I can get money and just move discreet. And that's how I chose it. I thought, fuck trying to beef. It weren't even like it was couple man. It's whatever. It was bare man. Yeah. It's like, this is long. I'm just trying to get my P's and keep it moving. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. How did you address it? You say you want to keep... Or it's not... How did you deal with that then? You know what I mean? Like...
All right, cool. That was going on for a minute where man was just moving, whatever, rare. Then,
how long exactly?
How long?
You know what I mean? Because you're saying a minute, but like how long exactly?
That was going on for maybe a year. Man's just dodging. Yeah. Then man's getting bucked on the road. It was mad. That was a crazy time still. Yeah.
Okay.
That was a
so
crazy time.
What happened after that year then? What did you do?
And then after that year, obviously I'm still doing what I'm doing, yeah. I've gone to one Caribbean shop. Obviously, as I said, I'm good wherever. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I've seen one of them man's olders in there, and my cousin was in the same year as him, so he knew man on a first name basis. Yeah, I'm like, this is the only chance man's gonna squash this with an OG, because at them times there, OGs could squash the beef. It's not like now where man don't care about the old heads no more. So obviously man said, raw, you know, these man are whatever. They try and come to man's mum's yard, this and that. And then that's how that beef kind of got squashed from there.
Okay, so he basically put into that.
Yeah, that's
man you could do what you're doing.
Yeah.
Them man can't get involved.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happened going forward then?
Alright. Boom. I told man going forward how it was. See, after all this squashing beef and that, my brethren thought I snaked him. Yeah, so me and him, whatever, just stop talking.
No, go on. How did you think you snaked him?
No, because he's like, raw, how have you just squashed this beef? You must have let off something or gave these men some change or something like that. I'm like, bro, yeah, I thought this was ongoing beef. I didn't know how to squash this. I've just got into, what's the shop called? Fucking hell, Honey Pot. If you're from the ends, you know where Honey Pot is, yeah? I've gone to Honey Pot on a random thing and bucked the old head and squashed it like that. That's what I'm trying to... Nah, them man,
so what was your brethren saying? And now we need to go and deal with him or something?
No, he's like, bro, this is ongoing beef. Like, do you know? And I'm like, no. So he's like, oh, you're a snake, you're with them, man. I'm like, raw.
Oh, okay, like so you're taking sides.
I'm taking sides. And all I'm trying to say is, no, bro, man's just spoke to an older and man's just squashed the beef.
Put to bed.
Yeah, it's put to bed. Yeah. No, them man don't work like that, this and that. So we kind of fell out kind of like that.
So going forward, I interrupted before you...
So
he snaked you, but what happened after? It's put to bed.
Yeah.
He snaked you. What's happening with you at that point? You know what I mean?
It's put to bed, and as I said, remember the ends is small, so it's not beef. We're seeing each other, but we're doing our own thing. I got my thing on ends, and he's got his thing in Camden.
Who, your brethren?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I've bucked my brethren. He knows him as well. And then, as I said, it wasn't a snake thing. He come to realize that, so we've squashed it, and we've gone Camden with this brother again, and then started doing the same thing in Camden.
Okay. How was that?
How can I say it was different, yeah, because this was the first time I actually stepped out my ends and saw drugs. See, when man's in the ends, like, you only got to watch out for feds and a certain batch of Southman. But see, when you're in another man's ends,
that's what I was gonna say.
Like, it's a bit
the same guys you left over there exist in Camden, no?
No, not
the same guys, but people like that exist in Camden.
Yeah,
go on.
Yeah.
What's Camden?
And cut the long story short, when we got to Camden, man was hearing a certain man's name. He robs man that come here, whatever, this and that, rare. We're like, we can move more efficient up here. So yeah. So we was in Camden doing the same thing, but it was a lot more. It was a lot more technical.
Go on. In what way?
Because basically, the amount of times man got G-checked, like, you man are from South, what are you doing in here? What are you doing here? Or police, as soon as you give your address or whatever, they're like, why are you in another fucking borough? So it was,
so hot.
It was hot.
But there's a reason you went there, no?
Yeah, I'll tell you the reason why man went there. This is what I said. Because man put that beef to bed, yeah, as I said, with these brothers, yeah, but I still didn't think it was... So I'm like,
okay, yeah. Even though it's put to bed,
I'm like, these niggas are still gonna see man getting money in the ends.
So, you can't,
so obviously my boy said, raw, you know, man can go north and do this. So man's bounced over there and done the same thing.
And now they got no idea.
I was sleeping in the ends, but I was fucking off every day in north.
Was there more money in Camden?
Yeah.
Much more money in Camden.
Yeah. That's why I was like, raw. How can I explain it? That's why man stayed there kind of for so long.
Okay. How long?
Man was there for like 2-3 years.
Wow. Okay. But you left?
Yeah, we left Camden.
Why did you leave?
And
you got a golden goose, you're gonna keep making money, you're not gonna leave.
No, but I told you why man left there, yeah? Because as I said, how man was there for so long, yeah, at this stage where man was there for so long, man wasn't even a worker no more. So man was sending man up there. This brother got robbed, yeah, we sent him to a next spot. This brother got robbed, then we sent him, instead of using spots, we're like, you need to just pitch in a crackhead's house. Like these little alleyways, you keep getting robbed on the road, do you know what I mean? Then he got robbed there again.
But when you lot were there, was there robbers and that or not? So when you were there in person?
No, but that's what I'm saying. When man first touched there, man was hearing this brother's name.
The same guy?
Yeah, man was hearing this brother's name, so man knew. Do you know what I mean? But in all the time man was there, man didn't buck him.
Okay.
But as soon as I said, I weren't on the road, I was sending man up there.
You sent somebody there.
Yeah, these men were basically
what
dickheads.
Is it? They're not moving right. They're not moving correctly. Yeah.
So these men started getting robbed. Yes.
Accessible to people. And that,
accessible, boom, boom, boom.
So the robber, like this guy obviously must be legendary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Was he a smoker or was he a robber?
But that's what
makes
it
mad.
There's
two kinds of robbers, isn't it? There's smoker robbers and there's actual robbers.
Yeah.
Who are on the paper. So which one was he?
And that's what was making it mad, yeah, because he was a smoker robber, yeah. So that's what my man was trying to say. Rod, Jack and Jill phone, man. Remember, he was holding junkies up. Phone these, man, then turning up and just... it weren't like man was just walking up and robbing, man. It started getting like that, where it was mad, where man couldn't even trust a phone call, because he was grabbing junkies, bringing them to the phone box. Ring these, man. Tell them you want this and that. Then the workers turning up and getting grabbed. Do you know what I mean?
Was it like large amounts, or was it petty robberies?
Just like a couple hundreds, but in food. This how mad it was. The only time he actually robbed man, yeah, it is me. This happened. I'm just gonna jump a bit, yeah. The man's just losing out on too much pee. At this time, not I thought I was a bad man, but I was like, this is long. These men are dickheads. I'm going back up there, yeah. I'm up there for however long, I can't remember. This same brother's butt man, and rob man at knife point. That's when man left.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what actually happened. That's when man left. Yeah, I went back to the ends. Yeah, I got a job in. They're not around no more. They're called WF Electrical. They sell electrical bits. Yeah, I got a job in there.
What about your brethren? Because obviously it's not just you there at the time, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, did you lot like go and do my man something or?
This is how mad it was. Shit wasn't easy access to get like that, so you had to know someone to whatever. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. And when man's phoning my brethren to say, boom, I need to borrow this or whatever, he's like, nah, like, let's get this money. I'm like, you know, my man's just robbed man his peak. I can't go back up there without on site. Do you know what I mean? It's getting mad. Cut the long story short, man couldn't secure nothing. Yeah, so man just stayed up there for probably until that food was gone, and man just bounced back to ends, as I said, and got a legit job and was just surviving off my float like that for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, for a while.
Okay. For how long? How long is a while?
I'll say probably a next 2 years. Yeah, a next 2 years.
So what changed? Because after 2 years doing something, like you could build a career in that.
I told you what should know. Tell her I'm gonna quickly go back. When as I said, when I came back to the ends, yeah, and I was working legit, yeah, and I had my income, yeah, like that I saved, yeah, man, them were hitting raves. So that's what I started doing. I started selling in raves.
Okay.
Like that, yeah.
While you're working?
Yeah, because that's what I was doing on the weekends. I thought, let me just
make a bit extra money on the weekend.
Yeah, make a bit extra money on the weekends.
So what changed? Because obviously you're doing that, you're working. If that's working, you don't need to change nothing, innit? So
I told you how it changed briefly. Yeah. See when man's hitting these raves. Yeah. Man, them are going Reading by this time. This is how the Reading door opened. Yeah.
Okay.
There's bare gal up here. That's how it first started, yeah. And remember, I'm in ends. So for the next 2.5 years, I'm like, bro, man doesn't need to go Reading to get gal. But man, them are going Reading, hitting raves. I'm hearing Reading's the next thing. So that you know what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
And then my mum had enough. She come home from work one day, because my mum used to hate the smell of skunk weed, yeah. She's come home from work one day, yeah. Basically kicked man out. yeah. My brethren, Hollywood, L, whatever you want to call him, at this time, yeah, he was kicked out, yeah. So that's where we locked in. Well, we knew each other from the ends, but this is where we kind of locked in and said we got nothing left on the ends, yeah. I said, I got a bit of change, you got a bit of change. Man's hearing it's a Reading thing. So that's how man kind of slid up to Reading from then.
Okay. So what was it in then?
What do you mean?
So Reading's the next thing. Chicks, how do you don't just turn up and be like,
no. Actually, I'm gonna backtrack a minute. My brethren done a 10-year stretch. He's come back. He's come out. Yeah, man thought he was in ends. He's come into the ends, linked someone and went to Reading. Yeah, so my brethren's in ends, a guy in Reading to link gyal, and my brethren's up there making money, but they're both saying Reading's the new thing. So in the back of my mind, I'm like, I need to check this Reading thing out. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Then, as I said, my mum's come home, smelt weed. I don't want you here, this and that. My brethren was kicked out. I'm like, we need to check this Reading thing out.
So another brethren was there already?
There was two. Well, my brethren and someone I knew was there already. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah.
So what was the experience like in Reading then?
It was mad.
Did you go straight there, or were you going back and forth? Obviously, you kicked out. Did you just go straight there and you're there now?
No, because it was mad. Yeah, I told you how it was. Man went Reading. Yeah, initially, man weren't selling for the first couple of months. Yeah, and then man's bucked. As I said, my brethren was up there. Yeah, and then someone else I knew. Yeah, man's bucked. That someone else I knew is boss. Okay. And he thought man was selling already. So he's trying to bad man.
Where, in Reading?
Yeah. Okay. But what man's trying to explain to him is, man's come here to link gyal. This is at the time where man would fly miles to link gyal. Yeah. Do you know what I'm trying to say? He's like, no, you man are shotting up here, this and that, yeah, where man's getting into a little altercation. And then obviously my brethren who I said I knew, obviously he spoke to the brethren and said, nah, these brothers are basically kicked out of their yards. They've come here to make money. And then that's where the door opened for the A-class in Reading. Okay. Where my man's phone, no, come back to Reading. This is what's going on up there.
Is that the boss or your brethren?
No, the boss.
Okay.
It took a while for, I said, shut your brethren, man. Tell him man needs to make money.
Okay, so he told you lot moving up there, but he put you lot on after.
Yeah. Okay. So man was up there for a while doing nothing, cut the long story short. Man was just surviving off the change they made in ends. So it was coming to an end. So that's why man's like, I'm kicked out my mum's. I got nowhere to go.
Diversify, go somewhere else.
Something needs to happen.
So let me ask you a question. What was the experience on the roads in Reading like compared to Camden and your ends? How long were you on the roads in Reading for, first of all?
That was mad. That on and off years, like those man, on and off like 10 years.
Okay, so what was the experience like? Obviously, it sounds better that you were there for a longer time, innit?
No, but man was on and off. Man had kids. Man was coming back to ends. Do you know what I mean? Man went jail. So that was just 10 years kind of.
Yeah. I get it.
Not just hard on the road.
So what was the experience like compared to the rest? You know what I mean?
In the beginning, this is what I'm saying. In the beginning, this is what I'm saying. Man, them that know that like Reading, anywhere that way was OT. Yeah, so there wasn't man robbing you. Like in ends, as I said, when you're in ends or certain areas, you got to watch out for police and brothers robbing you and junkies robbing you, because junkies thought they were bad. So when man went Reading, it was like man's untouchable and man's making money. That was the difference up there.
There were no
and gyal were on man, because remember, I'm talking 15. Man's talking like 15 years ago, where no one from London knew about up there. So it was like raw London man, junkies. Gyal, like it was, man was the man up there. Do you know what I mean? Okay.
So there was no, what's the word again? Resistance.
What? No.
Because there got to be drug dealers in Reading already. So there's no resistance. There's no competition. There's no, you know what I mean?
At this
there got to be other people moving there.
No, this is what I'm saying. See, when at this time, there was like 7 of us up there. My only competition was my brethren on ends, because remember I said to you,
so the boss came with the team.
Yeah.
Okay.
So man's only competition. I swear, everyone must think I'm talking shit. Yeah, I'm talking. When man was up there was no other competition but man's brethren. Okay. Like I swear down, there was no competition but man's brethren. Okay. It was that mad.
So how did it go then? So when you got there, what was the experience like then? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you moving blatantly? Is it like because obviously you change the program depending on the area you're in.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course.
So when you're moving in your ends, you got stick up kids.
Yeah.
So you on your P's and Q's, right? You got the police. When you go to Camden, you got a similar.
The same
so
thing,
what's the procedure? You're ready. You're not standing there with a bag of drugs blatantly and just handing them out.
I tell you what the procedure was in Reading. Like, man, know where it was anyway. But I tell man straight, it turned to a thing where man was so untouchable. Yeah, junkies were trying to rob man. They were the only people that were crazy enough. Remember, junkies are crazy, so they're the only people that was crazy enough to try and rob man.
In what way, like violent physical robbery or trying to snake?
Phoning man, and when man turn up trying to grab man, whatever. Yeah, that was man's first thing of raw. Reading ain't no pussy or thing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. It weren't niggas. Yeah. It was junkies that made man think, oh shit, raw did it. That's yeah. Come on.
Okay.
Then man was on point.
What,
man,
like same as the guy in Camden with a name or not?
No, Camden was different because even though my man was a smoker, yeah, his name was known in like other parts of like South and this and that. Reading junkies ain't known in London. True. So that was a different thing. So that's what I'm saying.
So you're not sure you don't know who you're dealing with because their name ain't ringing. So they could be the same caliber, but you don't know.
I don't know. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
But was there repeat offenders?
Yeah.
The same people over and over trying.
Yeah. Then obviously man nipped that in the bud. Remember I said man had a big team up there, yeah? And a lot of these team, were affiliates of affiliates. So man didn't know them like that, but these were bad boys. They were all sticking together. So man sorted that, robbing us quick time. That weren't like in ends where I was like, oh shit, what am I doing? That got put to bed ASAP and it was back on track. All right, boom.
So it was fruitful.
Yeah. At that time, that's what I'm saying. It always, you know what I mean?
So obviously you said on and off. So what's the first major incident that happened that would go to off? So you're on top of the world. Obviously, incident comes along. Yeah. The team's strong. You put it to bed. Yeah. You said on and off. Yeah. So obviously there's an off. Yeah. Along that path. So what's the off? Tell me an incident happened for it to go to off. You know what I mean?
Obviously, as I said, man was getting nicked up there. Man went jail twice. I think I started seeing man not supporting man this and that.
Drugs.
Once was for drugs. And then once was for some like driving and running off kind of thing.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. And then that's when the team got kind of smaller.
Okay.
Yeah. And then cut a long story short, the team man was with, done something in London and they went jail. So that's what made the team even smaller, where it was just me, my man, his brother. There was like 4 of us up there. Left. But remember at this time, I swear I got one daughter and a daughter on the way. So I'm sort of like living here now.
You got a family there.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So there's no running away.
It now ends.
Yeah, it's now ends.
Yeah, you've been living there for a while. So you're living there now.
Yeah.
And that's off. So prison is off.
Yeah.
How long did you go to prison for each time? Was it obviously separate times? So how long were you there for?
Them ones were little. They weren't even. It was the last one that was the wake up call, but they were what's it like 3 and 6 months.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So obviously that's a long time, whether it's one day or whatever. But as I said, where man was kind of from that life, I know everyone says this. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But man knew man had to do a little jail thing to think different anyway, or man would just felt he was untouchable. So man had to feel that and say, "Raw, alright, cool. This can happen, and this is what it's like."
Okay. So you said the last time. Gone. What's the difference?
The difference is the difference is the last time everyone snake man. I got stabbed. Like my girl bumped man for my money. Like that was where I was like, you know what? When I come home, it's
so why
dead.
Why you in jail?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
So you got stabbed in jail.
Yeah.
You get bumped for your money outside.
Yeah.
So you come out to nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But even from the build up to that, because even when I'm talking to certain man, I'm like, bro, you know, man's got sentencing. Man just thought man was untouchable. I'm like, bro, my solicitor told man I'm going jail. I should have locked man off from the way they were dealing with man on this case. Do you know what I mean? Because remember, this is man's first possession with intent to supply case, where they found man's prints on the thing. a dirty phone or man. So when man's chatting to my solicitor, he's like, it's jail. So when I'm chatting to my bro, nah, you're gonna bust this case, this and that. I'm like, bro, it don't work like that. You man are watching too much whatevers, but it don't work like that. They got man banged to rats. So from that, the team, I was like, raw, these man are moving nuts. Do you know what I mean? Then obviously I'm in jail. I'm with my not with my brethren, but man's come from where did we go first? I've come from Winchester. I've read about 2 months with him in Winchester. Me like a dickhead. Obviously, I let my guard down. I thought this brother was my brethren, whatever. He snaked man in one cell. Man got stabbed. And then even when I'm phoning my girl on the road, sorry, I'm going on, I'm like, right, is that change there? She's all gassing, saying the change is all there, this and that, right? So man thought it was all patterned, whatever. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
What caused the stabbing? Who was it like?
What caused the stabbing is like kind of road beef that's stemmed, and this is what I'm saying about the company you keep, because this road beef ain't nothing to do with man. It's to do with man's brethren. And as I said, jail's a small place, so you could be from here, but when it's a remand thing, everyone gets put in you could butt anyone when you're on your remand, but when you get sentenced, it's more like boom, boom, boom. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's more a road thing that's jumped into the jail thing.
How did your brethren snake you? Did he set you up or what? Or just
not he set man up, but as soon as he left the cell door, someone's ran in the cell and tried to do what they're doing. So I know it was whatever.
But you knew what was about to happen.
Yeah, because any man would have been like, bro, you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Okay, so coming out, money's gone.
It was mad. I told you how it was mad because I had peas saved anyway. But this is I had peas saved, and then I'd pee with my girl to run man in.
Okay, yeah, I get it.
Do you know what I mean?
I get it. Yeah,
like boom. So obviously I've come out, and see when I come out. Obviously, it was like there, like 18 months I'd done. But when I come out, I felt like I was so behind. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Plus, where, as I said, PTSD, mental health and all that, I was shook of jail. Not shook like that, but I was shook of jail. I was shook of feds. I said, raw, man can't come back here. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, man's youths, miss man, they was at that age now. Like, I was too old to go. Even when I was in there, I'm feeling too old to even come back again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I'm like, raw, man has to kind of go lidge or do something else. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
So you mentioned the PTSD. So let's talk about that a bit, the mental health side of things.
Yeah.
So all this time on the roads, obviously that must have a toll, right?
Yeah, of course.
How do you see it? You know what I mean? How do you leaving the roads? How do you find all of that? What's the pressure like? Obviously dealing with you're young.
Yeah.
You're trying to make money.
Yeah.
In the ends.
Yeah.
You got pressure from stick-up kids. Yeah. You know these people, right?
Yeah.
You know them.
I know of them.
Like, okay, you don't know them personally.
Yeah, but if man hears that name,
you know the name.
Like,
you know the name, but you know that these people are on you now.
Yeah, of course.
Because you know that. It's not like you don't know that, but you don't stop doing what you're doing.
No.
You carry on doing what you're doing. Obviously, at some point, you lot cross paths. They're putting pressure.
Yeah.
What's that like? How does that affect you? You know what I'm saying? Then, and how do you look back at it now?
Then, man thought that was the normal. This is how it goes. You buck whatever's, and this is how you do
part of the game.
Yeah, it's just part of the game. But now, I would say, because anytime I say something to someone, they're like, you think too much or you're paranoid, this and that, But certain experiences, I'm happy that's happened that make man think like this, where I'm like, I'm not going to link man there or whatever if it ain't been patterned or whatever. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So, that part of PTSD, not I enjoy it, but it makes man second guess every situation more than I would have back in the day. Do you know what I mean? If I was thinking how I was now, I would have said sorry to my mum and stayed in the ends. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Rather than thought, fuck this, mum, boom, I'm gone.
So in hindsight, you wouldn't have done anything you've done.
I would have stayed in the ends and...
No, but what I mean is that hindsight now, if you could talk to your younger self, would you repeat any of what you repeated then?
Nah, 100%, nah.
Okay.
That's the thing. Definitely nah.
So how does the experiences you dealt with then relate to you now? We're talking PTSD, mental health, and that. How does all of that experience you've been through relate to you right now?
It just makes, as I said, it makes man think into shit. Makes man think into shit a lot more deeper, and see when people like to use, it's my criminal record, or it's because I'm black. All that's in the past. It was like that. Do you know what I mean? So it just makes man look at things from a different light, or from a professional person's point of view, how they might look at a black brother. Before I'll be like, it's because he's racist. It might not be that, but man has to see, why he looks at man like that, or why he feels uncomfortable. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It makes me more open-minded about certain situations and certain environments, 100%. Before I was narrow-minded, like I'm a roadman, you're white, you're a policeman, like that's all that man's thinking about. Now I'm just, there's more to it than that.
There's more to life.
Yeah.
Because obviously that's not black and white though, is it?
No.
Sort of the pun, because you got white criminals.
That's it. No,
you know what I mean? You got multiple different types of criminals.
That's it there.
So you can't say like, you know what I mean? How did you deal with a girl?
What do you mean?
We're backtracking. So you came out.
Yeah, go on.
The money she meant to be sending back and forth.
Yeah.
Has gone.
Yeah.
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 Like, did you still link her? Is it done? Because, you know what I mean?
It was mad, because I tell you how mad it was. As I said about like PTSD and coming home. Remember, I come home to basically not nothing. I came home to no one. So when man's phoning the thing, and she's like, she's got man's change, or remember, it's like after
it's about
I
two
got
years,
my
2
change.
years later.
Yeah, I got the change back. It's only after. How did my brother even find that? But he said, Raw, basically, she phoned me to run back the change. Not she was living her best life, but remember, I was in jail. So she was pulling out man's change and putting it back, pulling it up. And then
okay, like borrowing a piece. Okay, yeah, so she didn't take the money. So she's taking a bit out.
But when man's come home, there's nothing there. So because it's like, boom. Man got a 3-year sentence. You're like, I can keep doing this whatever for 3 years, But when man got the 40 months, you weren't expecting that. So that last paycheck wasn't there by the time I came home. So man's come home to no P. But you're like, hold on. I'm not knowing this, but this is what's going on. I've come home, there's no change. But what she's thinking is, fuck, I can pull out some excuse till I get paid and then run back my man's change. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Okay. And even down to, trust me, it's peak. But even down to this day, certain people would be like, I would never do that to you. But I'm like, money don't just disappear. And I don't care anyway.
Basically use your kitty as an overdraft. Yeah.
Man can't blame people for doing these things. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. And two people that are close, like, it's my people only. Two people that are close to man, I said, I knew this was going to happen. Why didn't you whatever, rare? Do you know what I'm trying to say? But the only reason why I didn't give it to these two other people, because they got a life, and see, if I'm ringing at this time and I need you to go post office, send this change, and they ain't gonna do that for man like that. But this idiot gal would have. That's why she was left with the change, because she would just, do you know what I mean? But everyone else, it would have been, I'm busy, I work, I do, it wouldn't have been that simple.
So when you came out now, what happened differently when you came out? Obviously, you got a bit of PTSD. You're not going back.
Yeah, 100%.
You definitely ain't going back.
100%.
So what's happened differently
then? Plus, I didn't see my kids as well for a minute. Yeah,
exactly.
That not seeing my kids. Getting bumped. And nearly losing my life. In there. Remember, in there, not even on the roads. That was enough to make man say. Plus, remember, you're always gonna have people in your ear. Can we go here? Can we go there? This and that. I was like, nah, this has got a, you know what I'm trying to say? Plus also, when man's in there, remember, man's watching TV, doing bare research, this and that, the criminal system's catching up, so the game weren't like that, how it was. So I'm like, it's good now. Like, it's scary now. The police are black now. They got more cameras, AMPR, there's more technology now. So that was the next deterrent. Where I was like, this is mad now. Plus, man's youths were at that age where they want to know where man's been, and
we got to set a good example.
We got to set a good example.
Yeah. So at that point, done.
Yeah, done. Yeah, 100% done.
Back.
No going back. Yeah, no going back.
So what do you say to yourself if you met yourself now?
Yeah.
When you go in the game.
Yeah.
Imagine that you're out before your mom even clocks it. Before and then what would you tell yourself?
No, what do you mean though? What do you mean?
You know how you met the older who squashed the beef.
Okay, yeah.
Well, imagine you met yourself.
Yeah.
So you now, while you're under that pressure, you fucked upon yourself, and then you go give yourself advice now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
How would that conversation go?
Man wanna not see proof, yeah, but it's like this. It's like someone from the road, yeah, telling you about fucking doctor stuff. Man ain't really gonna. So if someone's from the road trying to tell me, I want to see how you've changed your life, so man can say, raw, this is possible.
By
example. That's how it would have been now. Remember, everyone around man's got rollies, got this and that, and it's from just going there, whatever. So man's like, that's enough proof. No one went with jobs saying, oh, this is what you can do. Start a business. They weren't that. It was just, do you know what I mean?
Car.
Quick money, it's here. We ain't got to do it in the ends. No one knows you. You can sleep good at night because you live it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll definitely tell my younger self, don't just look for the proof, but don't feel as if you got to please people around you. Do you know what I mean? Because now it don't matter. No one wants to be a bad man no more. No offense, but all the nerds and all the geeks, that man called geeks, they're the man getting money now. All the bad man are doing. It's not about being a bad boy no more. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I wish man told man that from.
Or you had the examples to look.
Or
at.
had the examples to look at.
Yeah, but that's a good shot. Because at the end of the day, you are basically filming this.
Yeah, of course.
You might not be talking to yourself, but you're talking to somebody else who might be watching it first hand, getting the information. You know,
this is what I'm saying. This is like therapy as well for me. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because I ain't really spoke my thing in depth on camera like that. So there's probably bare people that are gonna be pissed off or surprised or whatever. But man's just kept it 100. I ain't even mentioned names. I ain't even gone into it like that.
I didn't, you know what? I noticed that, and I didn't want to probe.
But it's 100.
I didn't want to probe. I thought you know, I just leave it. Yeah. Man, no, if you wanted to, you would. If you wanted to say the name, you would.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But as far as I'm concerned, there's no problems. Man, just grow older, and you just want to do your own thing. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And the main thing is, if communication ain't there, there's going to be some other hidden agenda that you're going to think about. So especially just lock in and communicate.
What do you mean?
All man's gonna just say if man's got a project going on, and I don't hear from you, this and that. Then when I do hear from you, you're trying to run man down for this and that. Then when I'm like, send the receipts, you're like, raw, do you think I'll bump you or this and that? Not that. Remember, a friendship ain't enough to hold a business together. This all the shit I'm trying to talk now.
There are two different things, though. Friendship and business.
No, but man can have a
You can have friendship and a business relationship, but you have to be transparent in both, innit? You have to have the respect in the friendship.
No, what?
And then the clarity in the business.
No, but I'm saying whether man's got the respect or the clarity in the business, the first thing, man, I'm going to fall back from is when a man says, like, do you think I'm going to bump you? Like, I've known you for this. It's not that. Man just wants a paper trail. Man just wants it to be legit proper. Do you know what I mean? That's where a lot of shit goes tits up, because man go harsh with their brethren and just think because this man's brethren, it's not going to whatever.
Yeah, it's not written, no contracts.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So...
My brother, always a pleasure, innit?
Come on, you know it.
Always a pleasure, we'll sit down again. We have to sit down again, innit? And we'll see what we can put together. You know what I mean?
Definitely do.
But it's a pleasure, man.
Of course. Every time.
All right.
Every time.
Thank you for watching.
Yes,
Please
sir.
like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.